Welcome back. Another edition of the Wheat and White Bread.
Wheat and White, baby.
Check us out if you're a first time
It's down there somewhere. It's down there somewhere.
Subscribe to the podcast.
Hit that ding.
Hit it.
That way you can always get
if you're returning, subscribe and thank you for coming back.
Thank you.
We appreciate all the support. We're
do.
really just trying to make a difference here, show people we can have a combo. So with that being said, we're going to lead right into our topic today because it's a good one and we're going to be here a minute. So it's Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, man.
We're talk about Kevin Samuels. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels.
For real. Whether you
whatever way you felt about him, doesn't matter. Still somebody's son, somebody's
dad,
loved one, someone he's important to people. So
yeah.
my prayers are with his family, sure. So Kevin Samuels, he was an influencer on YouTube and IG, and he had over 1 million followers on both platforms.
He did.
Impressive. That's impressive. I know how hard it is to get followers, and it is impressive that he had over 1 million followers on 2 social media platforms. Is really, really an impressive thing. So we're going to talk about Kevin and what he stood for, why people liked him, why people didn't like him, and why he, he was trying to basically, what I've heard, I haven't heard all of his videos, but he was trying to make men know their value.
Yeah.
He was very truthful with people and truthful with women. And some say that he was a little bit too making women subservient to men, but we'll get into that. What do you think about it, Brad?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, White Bread, and R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, his family. My condolences. And like we was talking before we took to record. We have to look at this from both sides of the spectrum, because I know that we who actually listen to Kevin Samuels, we listen just to hear the back and forth and the real raw responses that were given on a lot of his video. At least I know I did. White Bread, I had to introduce it to him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But, and hey, whether you like the man or not, the same way you feel like your point of view is valid, if you live by your point of view and the way in which you want to make the structure for your life and your request that may be a demand or a requirement, however you relate in your life to people. I don't know you, and some of you I do know, but however that is, that's your prerogative, like Bobby Brown once song, man.
Well, I think the point that I was making earlier when we were talking about before we started was that this is a man who has no one is forcing somebody to subscribe to his channel.
Right.
Nobody is forcing anybody to go onto his show.
Right.
So the men and the women that went onto his show. Now, however you feel about the way he talked about people. Now, I don't agree with everything that he said. I'm sure you don't agree with everything.
Not everything.
Nobody agrees with everything that everybody says.
No.
Okay, but I think the point is that he was insensitive towards some women, but that was his way of delivering his truth.
Right.
And you knew that before you went onto his show. So if you weren't ready to take that criticism,
right,
then why go on the show? So for people who were saying that he, whatever, he talked about women and he felt like that there was a lot of high value men out there who were with women who didn't treat them correctly, right? That was his biggest thing, right? Is there was a lot of high value men,
some to that nature,
right?
White Bread. I'm gonna speak on the subservient thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but women being subservient to men.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this off so that way we can get out of the eye.
Yeah.
When a woman tells a man that she's a catch and a man feels that he has a catch, this woman is worth me investing.
What would make a woman worth investing your time? I'm just saying, what is your what values do you look for?
I love a woman, man, who's down to earth.
Yeah.
Who knows how to joke and laugh and who's not too serious. But right. she's serious enough. Yeah. I love a woman who can put me first sometime. I don't have to be first all the time because blood thicker than water. And if you got kids, your kids gonna always come first.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Every real person, every real man who deal with a woman already understand that if he ain't got kids with that woman. If he deals with the lady, she's a package deal, brother.
Yeah.
Unless you late night tipping, then okay.
Well, that's not a relationship.
I mean, right. It's not, but we're talking about just from the understanding of a man and a woman rocking with each other for real.
Yeah.
So if you rock with your man, when the same way, I remember one of his conversations with a young lady, and he was asking her, well, what do you bring to the table? And I guess this is what was so interesting to a lot of us when you hear people try to describe what they bring to the table.
I think that Kevin Samuel's point was if you're not perfect, don't expect perfection from your mate.
The big problem was when he started telling people, he really got underneath a lot of women's skin when he started going to the weight thing. And then when he started telling them that they weren't good enough to really be demanding a high value man. Because if he asks you your situation, and this was my point of view on it. It don't matter how we keep it real here on the Weed and White Bread, right?
I got an opinion about this.
But I don't give a damn how you live your life. Just be safe. Because everybody's situation is fucking different. Okay, yes, some women do got 2, 3 kids, 3 baby daddies. If you meet this woman and you like this woman and this woman show herself to be cool, you actually fuck with her real energy. She really is a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So you rock with the woman a little bit.
I gotta ask you a question.
Go ahead.
I gotta ask you a question before we move on from this point. I don't think that you have to look at the situation when you say, okay, a woman who has multiple kids, who has multiple fathers, you have to look at the situation of the person's life. You might have been a woman who thought she was in love and she got pregnant and the dude might have bounced on her. You might have a woman who was with a dude and they were in love, they had that, and then he got caught doing something, he went to jail.
But you know what?
But the thing is you can't, I don't think you can, I think that you have to take it by a case-by-case basis.
Exactly. You treat them like you need them.
I know multiple women who have kids from multiple people. And that doesn't make them bad at all. There's some of my favorite people in the world.
No.
It doesn't decrease their value.
I'm not saying,
is what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that, but how can you ask what you're not willing to give anyway?
As far as what though?
Whatever your requirements, like some of these women said, these men can't. I don't deal with a man who works a 9 to 5. That money is too slow for me.
Well, then that's their problem.
I did. I mean, but I'm just saying. But the majority, not all of them, now ladies, who was calling in and popping in up on the video with Kevin Samuels, but the majority of them, come on now, let's be real, man. These folks pretty much down and working folks like myself, man. Don't give a shit. Disrespectful to a motherfucker like me, who gonna make sure that he do what he gotta do still. Even though I'm from the street, man, and can survive. I choose to work, man, and try to do it the right way. So that way when I get it, man, I can keep it. You understand? It's different. But when you're dealing with folks, man, and you sit here and you disrespectful, and you have no respect. Okay, a lot of them women got baby daddies who still working and was still paying child support. Yep. And guess what them women was telling Kevin Samuels? He wasn't shit. What Cat Williams tell you some years back? For the ladies who meet men who don't have children, and you do have children, and this man chooses to help you raise another man's child, you're supposed to roll the red carpet out for that man, because that man is making the ultimate sacrifice to take on a role and try to earn the respect of a child who he has to treat like his, but will never be his.
Now, what do you mean by roll out the red carpet?
Damn, it's a problem to cook a meal for a man. It's a problem to wash a man's clothes.
What is the situation though?
I mean, even if she's working. But she hold up. But if we're splitting the duties, I'm taking them to basketball practice. I get off work in time to do everything I got to do. You work your little regular little old 9 to 5. Like I said, he might be the real breadwinner. So, you know what I'm saying?
He might make the same money.
Right. Well, I mean, even if they is. But I'm just speaking of those women who were calling in. They weren't making that same money.
All right, okay.
These women were getting checks off the government right now. Okay. Like one of them told them she went from living with her kid's father because she got 2 of them by the man.
Yeah.
He has the insurance. Kevin Samuel asked him, well, was he keeping food and stuff in the house? Clothes on the kids and everything. She was like, yeah, he was doing all of that, but we were just going in different directions. What the hell direction you going in when you don't even work, man?
First of all, what direction are you going in when you have two kids? Your number one job is to be a mother.
There you go, white bread.
And the man's job, number one job, is to be the father.
Let that Jason Samuels out of you.
All right,
because you're a dad of 3 by yourself.
Yes.
By yourself.
My number one job above everything else is to raise my kids to be respectful people who have open views and have the ability to critically think and know their value.
Right.
Because I've been preaching to my daughters since they were little girls that it's not easy for a woman in the world. Okay? It's not easy. I don't know why the NBA has 5 billion followers and the WNBA has like 1 million. I don't know why that is. I don't know why women's soccer doesn't get treated the same as men's soccer. I don't know why sports is the biggest disparity. Workforce. We're getting off topic here, but so I'm going to shut that down because I could go on and on about that. But I think that Kevin Samuels basically, now when you're looking for a spouse or you're looking for a significant other, what I think people need to do is like understand what their faults are. And maybe like if you're not perfect yourself, then it's not fair for you. Well, you're not going to attain somebody who's perfect.
Right.
And I mean everything, because I know successful men who are single, and I know what they look for in a woman. And if they're in shape, if they're physically fit, they go to the gym every day, they take care of themselves. They want somebody who's the same. They want somebody who goes to the gym. They want somebody who's physically fit. If they have a good job, they want somebody who has a good job. They look for people who have similar goals in life before they even consider a relationship. You have to check all the boxes first, because they're happy being single. But if they found the right girl, they found the right woman who checked all the boxes that they're looking for. Now maybe they have unrealistic goals. Maybe they need to look at themselves a little more and see what their faults are. Because just because you're physically fit and you're attractive, that doesn't make you a nice person. You know what I mean? So it's not like physically fit and attractive means everything. That's a part of it. That's what some people value.
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah,
white bread. I think, and this is just my point of view. The reason I had no problem with Kevin Samuels is because at least a man was trying to communicate with our sisters, regardless to what degree. He must have been doing a good job. He had millions of people who was listening to him faithfully. And I feel like it's okay to tell our women, our sisters, you know what I'm saying? To tell them, hey, you have to have goals for yourself too. And a man, it's okay for a man to have goals. I'll give you a great example for the women who get so touchy about their weight. Guess what? But they've been hating on big men a long time. A lot of people don't deal with big men. That's your prerogative, but you got a lot of people who love teddy bears. You heard me? Shout out to the people who love their teddy bear. You heard me? Don't play. Yeah, grizzly bear for you. But, you know, how can you be choicy, but you don't want a man who has a choice? That don't add up. And if a man judges a woman the same way this woman judges a man, then that's the whole question. Do you weigh up the same way you asking, do I weigh up? I mean, for real. You can't sit here and hate on nobody, because one thing about love, man, it don't matter what you look like. It don't matter where you at. If the energy is good, it's gonna happen either way. Like my man said on Jurassic Park, what he said, nature has a way. I don't care. Nature has a way. All I ask is just for, let's remember a lot of them conversations, man. If you disagree, if you can disagree with what these women were saying and what he was saying, that's fine. But let's still take some of the truth out, because all of those conversations had plenty of truth, plenty of lies, plenty of possibilities, plenty of question marks, and that's cool. That's on you to get your answers. But at least seeds were planted just to even start thought. And it's okay to have thought. And it's okay to think about some of the things that we want, you want, she want, he want. Don't nobody want to deal with no dull person. Don't nobody want to deal with somebody who is not, passionate, who is not, man, sexy in their own way, who act like that they too good to be sweet, who act like that they too tough to be, man, soft a little bit. This for all of them.
Now, what do you? Let me ask you a question, because you spoke earlier. Now, there was a time when I guess you had a 35-year-old single mama who had 3 kids, but she made 6 figures.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted the same kind of man. Mm-hmm. She wanted a man who made 6 figures.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you say that she shouldn't expect to get a man who makes 6 figures?
Because
when she herself brings that much to the table.
Great question, White Bread, and I'm gonna say this. There can only be one king of the castle.
No, that's
hold up. There can only be one king of the castle. And if I'm the king and I got my queen should not be answering to 2 other baby daddies. In my book, since I got bread, bro, I can be choicey like she choicey. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Because because even though that's the field that she wants to play, of course she can be the man who probably makes. I gotta strap in it because I misspoke. Okay.
The 35-year-old thing, she had kids, but yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I misread thing, but yeah, she's 35-year-old, has kids, making 6 figures a year, successful woman.
And I think this was the chick who was staying in New York, and he told her, he said, yeah, okay, so you're making how much a year living in New York? I make 130 or something like that. I don't know. But he was like, so you make $130,000 a year. He broke it down by the month. He said, you got 3 kids, you're paying for daycare for 2, right? Okay. Boom, boom, boom. If I'm remembering the right one. Right. And so, he said, so really you're not seeing 6 figures after you're paying such and such taxes on your money. You know what I'm saying? Even though you got the child credit, you still probably you're looking more so like $68,000 a year after everything is paid.
That's everybody who makes that.
Okay, hold up. So he was saying, but to a man who is 6 figures, $250,000 a year, which is very few. He said, so let's remember that's very few. Well, but you're bypassing all them other good men who don't make 6 figures. And that's okay. But you have to remember, you choose to stay single and call into the show and tell your side of the story because you don't want a man who makes what you make. Your circle, any kind of way you're making that kind of money, you got plenty of people saved in your phone who make 6 figures. And guess what, boo-boo? You don't want that type of man because you don't want a man to be able to have any type of requirements for you. He don't have to have expectations because you can do for you and he can do for his damn self. And we both do well. Yeah. Okay, but now if you got a man who, we'll say make $40,000 a year. Got good benefits though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He probably got, 18,000 saved up in his 401k. He been on his job about 14 years. Yeah. Probably got about 17,000 saved up in the 401k. And, but here you are, you got about 6,000 in your checking, probably about 2,800 in your savings. This the lady I'm talking about. And you get your money come. His money still coming. This man is offered to buy you lunch. You don't mind talking to him. but he's so below your standards, you don't even see him as even a possibility. That was a lot of those conversations, brother, because you had a lot of women who called in bashing brothers like me who work, calling in bashing people who actually out here who was doing something. All right, so for the men, let me go and put it out there. So if you got kids, man, and you really got leaves off of your tree, man, keep your plant healthy as much as you can, because I know a couple women who have children with men. And like Kevin Samuels told him, said, a lot of y'all had them kids and y'all use them kids as a tool of control. And the only person who suffers is the kids, man.
No, men are disrespectful to women too.
Of course. Of course.
Like,
I'm not saying that you got some dogs, man. I mean, you got some dogs.
Come on, man.
So all
you gotta call it what it is.
You either got some, a few, or all. I'd rather say some, because all men are not dogs, bro.
I didn't say all. I said all.
So that's why I said some. It's more than a few. You got some.
You
plenty.
Got same men, same women, I think.
If there's more women out here than it is men, then the women are gonna outnumber that scenario.
Yeah, how many women are?
You know, I don't know all of those percentages, white bread. I'm just saying I know it's more females than males out here right now. You think
there's more single moms or single dads?
It's more single moms out here.
Okay.
Because so many men locked up. So many of them black men locked up, regardless of what. I don't give a fuck if they're young, if they 30. I'm just saying the reality of what a lot of those women are dealing with. They have children with men who get caught up or they do shit stupid. God forbid, some people have lost their life tragically to car accidents. Yeah. So they never got a chance to see what could have possibly been.
Oh, yeah. No,
or they were left with a child. They've been doing their best. All I ask is that if you are one of those women who know that you are damn near majority pissed every day, your last man or your baby dad or your husband or your side piece or whatever you got, they done pissed you off beyond pissivity. When you do meet you somebody who's straight, you can't want to live out your revenge fantasy, man, on the good man. The same way you don't want no good man to live out his revenge for fantasy because he ran into one of them sorry ass women who you be talking about your damn self. We all know. I don't give a damn if they white bread, wheat bread. It's sorry ass people everywhere. But I mean, you got some women who just don't give a fuck. And think how that makes a man feel.
Could that be potentially caused by the way that a man that treated them in the past?
Well, I ain't gonna call it. I mean, but see, that's why I said you got some women who want revenge so bad because
they've been screwed over so many times.
And you got a lot of men who have been screwed over too.
Yeah.
And you don't want a man to feel the same way.
We about how there's way more single moms than dads.
I got you.
And not every single
A lot of people don't even know a lot of single dads, bro, because most men don't get custody of their kids.
Well, I'm.
There's
a lot of people like me too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm saying is the majority of people. I think the majority of single dads, there's a circumstance involved. Either the mom is not able to take care of the kids, either she's passed away, or it's usually the mother has the kids. It's usually the mother's responsibility.
So what are we? So since we're on accountability now, right?
Yeah.
So
did Kevin Samuels hold black men
to
the fire the same way as women?
He did.
If they had six figures and they had a couple of kids, and he was like,
if that man called in
and said,
I work at Burger King. I get this.
Apples to apples. If a man called in and said, I make six figures and I got three kids with three different baby mamas, but they have the kids, did he say he shouldn't be worthy of
you know what he gonna ask him?
Above average woman?
Hey, you know what he gonna ask him? So can she have kids or not? Most men gonna say, nah, I don't want a woman. I got my own kids. So he looking for women who ain't got kids. Okay? So he telling him off the rip. Well, I can tell you now, you can hang that up. You need to date with them, you know what I'm saying, people who already have children if you expect to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can't sit up here and expect this woman who making 6 figures, living her best life, to put her life on hold to deal with either one of your baby mamas, let alone 3. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. And then you have women who agreeing with that, you know what I'm saying, in the comments, yeah, because I ain't going to do it. I couldn't do it. That's too much drama for me. And that's cool if that's how you really are.
Yeah.
But when the shoe is turned, if the majority of the women who got asked that same question, so what do you bring to the table? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what 75% of the answers were. The women said me. Me. The man has to have all this money, take care of you and your kids, and make you live your best life, and all you got to bring to the table is some cap and gown. That's it. He want me. That's what it is. You know, so if he gonna get me, you know, then I need this. I got to be like this. I got to go here. I want to eat here, blah, blah, blah. Babe, I'm here to tell any woman, if you live with a man, especially where y'all both got a key to the place, sweetheart, quit playing. Mostly every woman get her way. Because don't no man intentionally want to argue with a woman every day.
Because they want to have sex with
that, and some people just want peace. I mean, you know, hopefully getting busted is part of the process, right? That come with it.
That was just a joke, but
I'm
yeah.
just saying, getting busted is part of the process.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, though, you know, that it takes more than that, and that's what he was trying to tell a lot of them. And I guess when he started calling back their real situation to him,
yep.
You know, just like you said, okay, I'm a 6-figure man, and you want me to be interested in you. Why? Why?
Right.
Well, I look good, and you know, I'm a hustler. I know how to get it, and I come with my own bag. And okay, but I got to. Okay, so how much your bag looking like? I'm looking all right.
But what is the first of all? Okay, so I don't understand what the whole It seems like he was focused on how much money you make and how you look physically, by judging you on what you should expect.
If a woman called up there, it's the same way. If you, like, by you being a dad and you having children, you're okay with meeting women who.
What would you consider a high value man?
Well, I mean, it's not what I was considering. It was how he was defining
a high value. How did he value high?
I feel that a high value man. Of course, every real man that I know, every real man, bro, that I know, for real, who really real with themselves, they want to get paid. They want money. They want to be able to live good. They want to be able to pull up and stunt. They want to be able to shine and make sure folks look good and eat good with them. That's every real man. Unless he's a damn addict or a damn alcoholic. I'm talking about the men who get up and go to work, a man who get up and think, who try to plot, strategize, and work towards goals. You know, those type of men want more. But if a man doesn't have education, and most of us only got a high school diploma, some college, a lot of us didn't even graduate because we in debt with college. We had to go to work because, hey, we going to school, living at home, working, trying to help mama.
Were there ever any men that called in that were describing like the man that you just described?
Yeah.
And then what did he tell them to expect?
He would ask them what type of woman were they already dealing with, because he wanted the whole story. Okay. And if the man told him that he was dealing with a woman who had 2 kids and neither one of them was his, you busting your ass, and this woman, man, he asked me, do she clean your place up? Do she keep your clothes clean, hung up?
But why should she have to do that?
She's just at your house every day running up your light bill, right? You know, she don't want to work. You don't ask her to work. He was like, man, you know, she ain't been able to get a job. What you mean she can't get a job? There's jobs out here everywhere. Just depending on what people want to do. Say you get up and go to work, right? You have to drive. You say you do what? Real estate, so you're driving all over.
So what type of woman would he tell them to go look for if they were dealing with a woman?
If you really want a woman who is on your level, then you need to meet people who are doing what you're doing. If you're in this particular circle
where
people,
is he telling them to look?
Shit, you do real estate. You're meeting people with money every day.
Oh, so the guy was like,
but he had a average woman, like the lady said. An average woman. She had kids already. You know what I'm saying? Well, one baby daddy was in jail, and I think she said the other was working, but he was with another woman that had another kid. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what did he tell them to do though? Did he tell them to go look? What type of woman?
He just told him that
did he tell them that they were average and they should look for somebody average too?
He told them if you should want a woman who work like you do. You should want a woman who got her own money like you going to go make your own money. That way, when y'all do choose to have a good time, y'all can have a good time. Whether y'all taking care of each other or just doing it for your damn self. Until you see what you need to see out of that woman other than just sex.
Now what if a guy's making $53,000 a year, which is the median income?
So should a man who makes $53,000 a year only look to try to holler at a woman who only has up to $53,000?
I don't take income into
I could see a woman, look, you just never know how fate happens, man. You know, fate happens in many ways. You meet women and men off the wham.
Listen, I didn't fall in love with Marilyn because she was in college.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? Her getting a college.
You like the woman you got to know, right?
If she wanted to get it, she get it,
right?
You know that didn't make me value her any more or less. That didn't make me, oh my God, I got a girl that's in college. This is awesome. No, I never thought about that.
Right.
It seems like Kevin Samuels, to me, it seems like he was hyper focused on how much money you make and how you look physically.
He was that way for the women who was calling in saying that the men had to have a bag and she didn't have a bag. Okay. So you can't, he pretty much told the women, and for those of you who have watched Kevin Samuels, you can leave your comments and tell me if I'm lying. He pretty much was saying, you can't ask for no more than you willing to give. Basically. You can't ask for no more than you make, especially if you.
Why?
We're just speaking average on average. And that's not to say if that's one of those points that a lot of people disagree with.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's kind of bullshit, if you ask me.
But you know, it is what it is.
No, that's his opinion. And like I told you, I go on my TikTok live. People choose to come onto my TikTok and then try to tell me how to talk when I'm on my live.
Yeah.
And then I just write a comment saying, if you don't like what's going on here, you don't
get on my
just
page.
Swipe. Yeah. Just swipe up. You don't have to stay on my page. And for all the people that were hating Kevin Samuels, I can almost guarantee you that those are the people that watched him the most.
The most. And he said that.
If you watch, this came out in Howard Stern's movie, right? Private Parts, when they were going over his ratings.
Mm-hmm.
The average Howard Stern lover listened for 45 minutes a day. The average Howard Stern hater listened for an hour and 45 minutes a day. Most commonly given answer by both group was, we want to hear what he has to say next. So that I can guarantee you that a big portion of those million followers on each one of Kevin Samuel's pages didn't really like.
All of them women were calling in though, White Bread.
There was a lot of women calling in.
All of them women was calling in, man. All of them videos that you will see if you go on that man's page, these women waiting in the queue to come up. He only stand up for so long, man. He could have did that shit all day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because so many of them women were really calling in seeking advice, guidance, because they finally graduated college and they just want to know how I need to put myself in what position to be able to get the man that I want now.
Well, he wasn't just he didn't just criticize people. He was an image consultant. He did
right. The man was counseling people, man.
Yeah.
The man wasn't no fuddy duddy, man. He wasn't no wannabe, man. This man was actually, don't get me wrong, he hurt folks' feelings. He was hurting feelings because the oldest saying said, what, White Bread? The truth hurts.
Sometimes
but you have to admit, from a person who loves a straight shooter,
I just hope that
if that straight shooter called you out on some bullshit, even if you made a mistake, and that straight shooter said, White Bread, that was fucked up, called such and such, and you be like, damn, he ain't never lied, sure did. Yeah. Hey, you can't get mad, man. Everything don't mean get mad. You take what you want out. People have to talk, man. He was just opening up communication for people to start. Hey, if what I'm saying touches your life to any degree, then look at these points.
Right.
Step back and look at who you're dealing with. You say you want to get you a good man, then this is what you need to be looking for. A man who has a job, a man who got his own car, a man, you know what I'm saying? For real. You can't.
And people need to look for but I think
If I'm lying, y'all leave it in comments.
No, what I think is that I know a lot of people who I'm single now, so I mean I know a lot of people who are single who are older in their 30s, whatever, right. You know, and whenever I talk to them, but you know, and some they just what it is. There's very few quote unquote good men out there still. A lot of the good men are already taken up.
But there are some out here.
There's some gems in the rough.
You know, the same way you still got good women who love to stay sexy. She don't have to be scantily, you know what I'm saying, dressed to be attractive. You know, she still look good in a dress, in a skirt, in a blouse. She still look good in a business suit. You know what I'm saying? A woman who still look good wearing her stockings, whatever. I'm talking about however it go. Because you still got plenty of those.
That just goes on what you're attracted to, though.
But I'm just saying, these women are the main ones who have been having issues with not being able to get a man. Because now, when you take the element of imagination out of a man's mind, and I'm just going to focus his attention, that changes the game, even though the game is still written. Every man, why must I be like that? Why must I chase the cat?
Okay, so what you're saying, I just want to follow you. You just, when you were single, we're talking about when you were single,
right.
You're out at a club, you're out at a bar, you're out somewhere at a lounge, right? You're at a lounge where there's a diverse group, right? A woman approaches you, she's got a short ass skirt on, tube top, boobs kind of hanging out. She looks good. Mm. She approaches you. You start talking to her. You're having a conversation.
Right.
She walks away.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes later, another woman walks up in a business suit, dress suit, pantsuit. But she looks like she's a professional, right? She's got a nice watch on. She's got nice jewelry on. You can tell she's got a nice purse. You can tell she drops a BMW key on the bar. You know what I mean? Like, puts her shit down. You can see she's got a Beamer.
Well, see, I go to the.
Do you?
I ain't never been in those real uppity scale clubs like.
No, that. I'm saying this. That doesn't
you don't drop the keys on the wall. I'm just saying. Where I'm from, they don't drop keys. Where I'm from, they don't drop. You done been to enough spots with me when I go do the thing, right? So have you ever seen people drop their keys on the bar?
No,
I
wasn't. You
I get what you're saying though. White
you're taking the person. Okay, so I'm saying this in a fantasy land. You're hanging in a lounge. And just so happens, now these are both black. Now these are both black women.
Right.
One dressed like she was out to party.
Uh-huh.
The other one dressed like she just came from work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would you talk to the one dressed like she was there to party differently than the one dressed like she just came from work?
I mean, if they both speaking, then I'm gonna be talk to both of them. Actually,
with the conversation. So
if both of them left a phone number, then I'll make my determination after.
No, I mean, I'm just talking about the conversation to get the phone number.
I mean, if they walked over and talked, I'm gonna ask them differently. If they walked over and talked to me, and if she chose me like that, I'm gonna get the phone number. Ain't no if. I'm gonna get it. I'm telling you the way I would do it, white bread. I'm telling you the way I would do it, white bread. I would get both of the numbers because if they both walked off. And they didn't want to stay. They just wanted to come and meet me and make sure that I got a contact. Then I'm cool. And then when I do speak with you, my very first initial conversation will tell me everything I need to know.
How about this? Friday night, you meet the girl who's there to party. You go back to the same lounge. Saturday night, you meet the girl that's got there from work. Mm-hmm. Two separate nights. They're not there at the same time. What you're gonna have? What type of?
I'm gonna have the same vibe about them that they got about me, cause why they see me at the club.
So you wouldn't approach them any different. You wouldn't ask different questions.
Man, I'm gonna boomerang the conversation with them for a minute until I hear what they really talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep throwing it forward and backwards, man, and we're gonna see, man. We're gonna crack it down done deal when we communicate. Now
what if you were the one who initiated the conversation?
If I choose a man, honestly, I'm gonna make sure I get her attention. I ain't even worried about it. I'm gonna get her attention because if I like it, I like it. And one thing about a real man, if he like it enough, he he would do what he had to do, man, to put himself in a position to possibly obtain that. You understand what I'm saying? Even if, that's why some men will go to church.
Well, that's why men are, that's why I don't agree with that.
I'm just saying, I know both sides of the spectrum though, White Bread. I know good men, I know shitty men. You know what I'm saying? These fellas that I done grew up with, that I done graduated with, I done been to school with, I done worked with, you know what I'm saying? I know them all. Everybody ain't the same.
Dude, I worked at a nightclub for 14 years.
Right, so plenty of motherfuckers who walk through the door. Yeah, walking through the door, cheating on their wives and their girls, everything. Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Leaving out, having sex in the parking lot.
Every night. I know all those fucking guys. Okay, I know all those fucking guys. I worked in plenty of nightclubs. Trust me, I had to. Okay.
All I ask is that from both sides of the spectrum, from male and female, especially my brothers and my sisters, man. I'm talking to y'all, man, because this is who Kevin Samuel did a lot of his.
I just don't think that Kevin Samuel's valued how much time it takes to take care of kids.
Of course, but he has
put that on the back burner.
Hey, and one thing's for sure: until a person is put in that situation, they will never know what really encompasses that. Okay, and that's fine.
Yep.
And if he wasn't in that situation, then he's speaking from a single man with no children.
Yeah.
And that's his opinion.
Yeah.
If that man who has children, hopefully he don't mind meeting a woman who has kids. That way he ain't got to worry about it. And then his kids got some kids to play with, because our family's going to join at some point, any kind of way he falls in love with this woman. The family's got that much bigger. She got 3, I got 3. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think the percentage of women that went on the Kevin Samuel show that thanked him for like his advice and what he told them?
On the show?
Yeah.
Oh, if I had to say out of the one, I haven't seen all of them.
Right. I'm talking about the ones that you watched.
Out of the 60 or 70 that I have watched,
yep,
I would say about 32 to 35% of the women thanked that man if they could make it through the whole conversation. And he thanked them. And he told them, he was like, you just remember, you make sure that you start looking. You said that you want this, you want that. You got your life set up. You got your own place. You're taking care of your kids. Your kid's father been gone. You still been getting the job done. Okay. Now you've gotten out of school. You say you got your hood. You got your master's degree. Okay. He told her, I think he told one of them, he said, when you start working in your field, you're going to be surrounded by me in any kind of way. They're working where you are, who make 6 figures just like you.
And then he said, seek out ones that are single and
you lay out your checklist.
Yep.
Nobody is perfect, so you can't expect everybody to fill out the sheet, man.
Well, there's a lot of people that have, like, I think, and he pointed this out to a lot of people. And you said men and women,
right? To
lower your expectations a little, right?
Don't get caught up in what the TV is pushing. Yeah. Basically, a real man ain't running money up his sleeve, man. I'm not walking around with 300,000. I'm not walking around with 10,000, 5,000, no thousands.
So what do you expect a woman to have then?
Now I'm gonna tell you something. They say opposites attract.
Yeah.
So if that's true, if I'm getting money, if I'm making the most money or whatever the case is, and I choose this woman, and this woman choose me, man, I don't give a fuck about how much money she make.
Well, I think
as long as she doesn't mind breaking bread with me, I don't mind breaking bread with her. Cause every day ain't tailor-made and every day ain't gonna be no good day.
No.
I think I heard Jim Jones say, shout out Jim Jones. I think he told them folks on one of his Instagram posts, he said, one thing about his wife, she understand when it's Birkin bag season, then she get Birkin bags. He said, but when the money get fucked up and she get a little tight, man, and we ain't able to do the Birkin bag, she know how to sit back and she gonna help apply pressure to get me back in the situation to get us back to Birkin bag. Then when we get back straight, meaning help him get a video done, get his wardrobe straight, whatever the situation may be.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? She know it don't take but one cause he done delivered plenty of them. You know what I'm saying? I respect it because that's real game. This is not chess when it comes down to meeting and greeting and trying to know if you like something or not. At any point in your marriage, did Marilyn did she put expectations on you, or did she allow you to show her the type of man that you are?
What do you mean by like expectations?
Did she tell you, Jason, you got to be able to put me in a situation like this? I can only live like this?
No.
All right. This is what I'm saying when I say expectations.
But I never said that to her either.
But did you ever feel that your wife had expectations of you?
No.
Okay. So you did what came natural as your wife being your better half. She's being the other half of my brain, my body.
Listen, Marilyn and I were a team, okay? And when we completely were on the same page because we spoke a lot. Communication is key to keep your spouse happy. Okay? Love, respect, all of that stuff. When you said earlier there can only be one king in the castle.
And one queen.
Now, see, I think that's the wrong way of thinking. That's just my opinion because I had such a happy marriage. There was no king, and there was no queen. There was two members of a team, and our ultimate goal was to raise a family. So there can be there's no chief, there's no leader of the pack. There's a team. So just because a man goes out to work and is bringing money into the house, that doesn't necessarily make you the king of the house because you're bringing money in. Because we just said money really doesn't matter as long as you're happy. Well, so hold on.
Go ahead.
I just let you go for a minute.
Go ahead, Whitebeard.
Hold on. So I went to work. I worked 2 jobs. I told you that I had to work in nightclubs for 14 years. Now, I did that for about 6 years while I was married because we had two small children, and Marilyn had a great job, excellent job out of college, excellent job. Her career would have blossomed. But we had a conversation, and we decided as a team that I was going to go to work, and she was going to take care of the kids, because putting 2 babies. My 2 oldest kids are 15 months apart. So putting 2 babies in daycare, it's never a good idea. They're going to be sick all the time. They're going to infections. Now, some people don't even have a choice. Marilyn and I just sacrificed our personal life so she could stay home, and I knew what I had to do.
Get that
to
money.
Make this work.
Get that bread.
I had to make enough money to provide for the family so she could raise my kids to be responsible grown-ups. And I take
y'all kids.
My kid, but I'm telling you, I'm telling you right here.
I'm just everybody some women who probably watch, that's their kids.
Everybody, it was our kids,
right?
Okay, right. But I am not going to take any credit, not really, for the way that my kids are, because I worked all the time. I was working 2 jobs. Marilyn is why my kids are the way that they are. And because we chose to personally sacrifice our own life for the better of our kids. That was our choice as a team. And that's why it worked. Right. Because just because I was working two jobs, that didn't mean that when I came home, I didn't expect Marilyn to have food on the table. I didn't expect her to have I didn't expect her to have the clothes washed. I didn't expect her to have the house clean. Why? Because she was taking care of 2 babies. And I don't know anybody who thinks taking care of 2 babies is easy. It is not easy at all. Okay? I know firsthand. I watched what Marilyn went through, raising our 2 babies. And that was a job that I did not want to do. I was happy to go to work and have her do what she wanted to do. She was completely happy. Yeah, no, she wanted to do that.
Right.
She said, I want to be a mother. This is why I'm going through this. This is why I'm having kids. And I said, well, we can make it work. We just got to tighten our belt, and we can make that happen. And we did. And she went back to work when she could. When the kids were in school, when they had other things going on, she went back to work. And then we got them to go to like the YMCA after school or the boys club or something like that. We sent them to like an after school camp until one of us could pick them up. That was when they were in grade school, probably second or third grade is when Skylar was in 3rd grade, Cameron was in 1st grade when she started back at work. But I mean, that's because she wanted to continue her career. You know what I mean? And hey, we are a team. No. I think that's the best way to. I think that's the best way to have a healthy
And to use what you're saying,
relationship.
as I like the word team, I don't think there's nothing wrong with a person telling you the same way. Like if you're looking and the person is dating right now, I'm gonna use it from a basketball analogy standpoint.
Yep.
You know, just because you want LeBron don't mean you can afford to get LeBron on your team. Because for one, it's gonna cost too much to get him. It's gonna run you into the luxury tax. So you're hoping that LeBron delivers a championship, or you're gonna end up being back at point A and having to start back over because you're gonna have to release LeBron at some point.
Yeah.
You understand? It's the same way when you're dealing with trying to pick your partner that you're gonna run with. Team, right? You got to pick you a good teammate. You can't just get somebody just because they standing out here saying I got down.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
No.
If you know you got two guards and a forward on the team and y'all been getting killed down low because you got nobody to rebound, but this big 7'5" mom just walked up, guess who you gonna try to give him a shot? That 7'5", right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I need. I got the scoring.
Yeah.
I got the press. I got the press breakers. I got the people who can create their own shot. I need a big man.
So
if a man or a woman is looking for what they feel that they want in their life, you need to know what you're missing out of your life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And if you just know that if you're one of those individuals who just missing romance and you just want somebody, you don't really want a commitment deep down, you just want to play. You just want to play and wham bam and have a little fun, then you need to deal with people who do that. You don't need to deal with men who say that they love you. You don't need to deal with men who say that they want to be with you. You don't need that because that's not what you want. For those women who want to be married, baby, you cannot be twerking on camera, on TikTok and trying to get views up, Instagram and calling yourself a prime cash boo. A real man like me, I like to unwrap my gift. Fuck you mean? I like to look over there in the corner and that big ass box got my name on it. It's wrapped up in some nice paper. I don't know what the hell in this mother. But guess what? If you just came in the room with a bow on your body.
Oh, what?
You just got one old little bow, the little sticky bows that you put on the Christmas present boxes. You just got one of them stuck on your chest and just walk in the room. Okay, hey, baby, come on, damn. You just like that, huh? It's cool, but I done seen that. I'm used to that. Let me see something different. Because when you walk in with that matching negligee on, get what? That when that man had to stop and be like, God damn. I don't even want to take it. I want to rub the titties and grab some ass. And, because it look good on you.
Yeah. But that
comes for that person. That's not for every. If you know you ain't finna fuck every man. If you know you're not looking to get bussed by every man that you meet.
I don't think any woman is down with that.
So why show your goods to every man?
That doesn't matter.
It matters.
No, it does not.
It matters when you make.
Listen, my daughters go out all the time. I hope that men don't assume
your daughters are not twerking on TikTok, brother.
My daughters go out with. They're 17 and 18 years old.
They're not twerking on TikTok, bro.
Listen. That's not what I'm saying. You're saying dressed out in public.
Girls, they know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm trying to be respectful.
Not every girl twerks on TikTok, man.
Yeah. Okay. So white bread need clarification.
Go ahead.
If you own that whole shit on your social media, and you can take it how you want. If you with that whole shit, you are not wifey material. I don't care what you say, because don't no man want nothing that's been ran through. Don't no man want nothing that every man is used to. I want to feel like, everybody got a past, man. Everybody got a body count, man. I ain't stupid. But I don't want a woman who desires attention from everybody. Because at what point do my attention be good enough? It's the same way, if I'm a regular dude, I make, $40,000 a year, whatever. Man, I'm going to tell you something. It's all about how I'm going to carry that $40,000. Even though I may not see $40,000 after Uncle Sam get it. But it's all about how I carry, how I present it to a woman. It's all about how I deliver. And as long as I ain't asking you to take care of me, then you definitely should not be asking me to take care of you, especially if we just dealing with each other.
Yeah.
You understand? You shouldn't have you shouldn't put your pocketbook fetish off on me. You want Louis Vuitton, but I ain't never seen you with a Louis Vuitton bag.
Right.
You try to tell me that this is your lifestyle. This is how you live. This is what you want. I only go to Ruth Chris. But I look in your freezer, you got banquet meals in your freezer. Don't play no game with me, man. Don't play no game with me, man. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think
I'm just saying.
What do you think can be done better by men and women?
Man, folk got to let go of whatever animosity that they got toward one another. Everybody done had somebody who done dogged them out. Everybody done had somebody who done cheated on them. Everybody done had people who lied to. We get lied to every day. You know, I saw a little couple, they were celebrating their 78th anniversary, and they asked the lady, what did you and your husband do to be able to stay together this long? She said, you have to be willing to compromise. Yeah. And everything takes sacrifice.
Yes.
Anything worth having.
1 million%.
Yeah, anything worth having, you have to work hard to get it. And once you get it, you have to work hard to keep it and maintain it. It is not a simple process. That is a reoccurring process. You understand? Yeah. You know, and men and women have to be willing to share with each other. Because the more prouder you make me feel as a man, and the more prouder and secure that man makes that woman feel, makes her feel like she's beautiful, makes her feel like that her opinion matters. The same way that woman has to make that man feel handsome, his opinion matters. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? It's all it is. Respect. You hit it on the head, white bread. Respect.
Respect and love. It's okay. So
love will come once you develop respect for a person
and trust.
And all that comes under having that respect. Because once I respect you, I don't mind getting to know you.
I think if people were just more truthful and didn't always be trying to play a game.
It comes with,
like there's a lot of people playing games.
You know why the games come into play? Then I'm gonna leave it alone. Why the games come into play? Because people meet each other under circumstances. You understand? And you already understand how y'all met.
Yep.
So you chose to rock with this cat. He chose to rock with you. You're always on the lookout for the possibility of him doing the same thing he was doing when y'all met, and vice versa. So if you ever expect to move forward, you have to be able to trust. You got to be able to say, okay, I'm gonna leave it.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave it, even though I know all of this, all of that, over here, over there. Okay. But once you make those decisions, man, you have to live by it.
Right.
You can't just say it, and we got to be real with ourselves before we can be real with each other. And we got to be willing to love on each other. This is what needs to be done. This is what can be done. This is much attainable. Our sisters have to trust and fuck with their brothers again. Every other group of women, they deal with their men regardless. And I don't
think there's a problem with like.
No, it's a problem because most of our sisters. No, I'm not speaking of that. I'm speaking of white women. You don't hear them bashing their men.
Oh yeah, you do.
I mean, you're gonna get your exceptions, but our sister, I promise you this, I can show you a shitload more that made Kevin Samuel come out. You got a couple other people who've been out there doing this thing. You got women who've been out here roasting these women who out here, you know what I'm saying, trying to get a following behind them to hate men. You know, without us men, you wouldn't be here, baby.
What do you mean hate men?
Because that's the key. They got to let go of whatever disappointment you've experienced. That's your past. And our past is what shapes and help makes us. That's what give your skin toughness. That's what give your heart, man, an extra ring around it. So that way it's not easy for it to get hurt no more. But that don't mean that your heart is closed. You just got to work real hard before you can break my heart now.
Yeah.
Because I've taken some stuff, I went through some stuff, and I shook that shit off. For real.
Yep.
People got to let that shit go, man. If you're dealing with people who will not leave you alone because they don't know how to let it go, you need to have a come to Jesus moment or a Muhammad moment or Allah or whoever you believe in. You need to sit there down and have one with them. And if it's that damn threatening, then you need to get you a mediator to sit down with you. You know, that way it won't be no more understanding because, man, this life we live is short, man. Tomorrow ain't promised, man.
No.
And ain't nobody got time to sit here and play no game. Everybody want to be happy, ladies, men.
Yep.
Everybody want to be happy.
I think that one thing that we can say is, obviously, whether you agreed with him or not, Kevin Samuels was vocal about his opinion on, and I think what he did was he acknowledged a problem
Right.
that he saw, and he chose to attack it in the way that he could. And he seemed like he was a very straight shooter, although insensitive at times and maybe a little misogynistic towards women.
And brash.
I get it, brash. I get it. But everybody who chose to listen to him, you're right, you chose.
And guess what?
Nobody pulled a gun to your head and told you to listen.
They all came seeking confirmation on whatever that may be.
What they were thinking.
Right.
Right. Well,
and this is for the confirmation seekers. I hope that we gave y'all some confirmation, even though White Bread shared the mic with me today, and let me get the buckload of this, because this was on me, y'all. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually liked Kevin Samuels, you know, just as the man that he was. Whether he wasn't my preacher, he wasn't my counselor, you know. But I mean, hey, at least he didn't mind standing up for us real brothers out here, man. You know, for us good men, whether you're bro or not. If you're a good man, man, stay a good man, man. You know, and for y'all good women who say y'all really good women, for every good man, there's supposed to be a great woman. Get great so that good man can find you.
Why does a man? Whoa, pause right there. We're not gonna let you end there. Why does a man?
What does the saying say, White Bread?
But a woman's got to be great.
What does the saying say? I'm only going by what the saying says. Said behind every good man there is a great woman. Leave it in the comment if I'm lying. Yeah,
I think that's a fucked up.
Get great so that good man can find you. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe.
Please.
To the page. Please like and subscribe to the page. And we appreciate everybody coming back and checking in with us. Really.
We really do. Thank y'all.
Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
And talk about it, y'all.
Hell yeah.